On September 17, 2025, a day that began like any other in North Codorus Township, York County, Pennsylvania, was forever marked by a tragedy that no one could have anticipated. In this quiet corner of the state, where neighbors know each other by name and the pace of life is gentle, the unimaginable unfolded, leaving a deep scar on the hearts of all who call this place home. What started as a routine law enforcement action quickly spiraled out of control, transforming a peaceful neighborhood into the epicenter of a violent confrontation. The sudden eruption of chaos sent shockwaves through the community, as residents watched in disbelief from behind their windows and doorways, unable to comprehend the horror unfolding just outside their homes. The serenity of a typical afternoon was shattered by the sound of gunfire, echoing through the streets and sending families scrambling for safety. Within moments, the area was swarmed by emergency vehicles, police cruisers, ambulances, and fire trucks, all converging on the scene as first responders rushed to provide aid and restore order amid the chaos. As word spread of multiple officers being shot, the incident quickly drew the attention of local and national media. News vans lined the streets, reporters delivered live updates, and the eyes of the nation turned to this small Pennsylvania township, now the site of a tragedy that would soon be felt far beyond its borders. For the people of North Codorus Township, this was not just another headline. It was a devastating reality. Friends, families, and neighbors gathered in the aftermath, seeking comfort in each other's arms, struggling to process the enormity of what had happened. The sense of loss and disbelief was palpable as the community came together to mourn and support one another. The true scale of the tragedy became heartbreakingly clear as details emerged. Multiple officers had been gravely wounded in the line of duty, their lives forever changed in an instant. Medics worked tirelessly to save those injured, rushing them to nearby hospitals as colleagues and loved ones waited anxiously for news. The emotional toll of this day will linger for years to come, especially for the families and fellow officers who must now navigate a future marked by loss and uncertainty. The bonds of this close-knit community have been tested, but in their grief, they have found strength in unity and compassion. As North Codorus Township begins the long and difficult journey toward healing, this story stands as a tribute to the bravery of the officers, the resilience of their families, and the unwavering spirit of a community determined to honor their memory and support one another through the darkest of times. The day began with officers from the Northern York Regional Police, a team known for their dedication and professionalism. They were joined by the York County Sheriff's Office, both units working in unison to serve a domestic-related warrant. This collaboration between departments is crucial in ensuring the safety and effectiveness of such operations. Domestic-related warrants are particularly sensitive and require a high level of caution and preparedness. The officers knew that these situations could escalate quickly, and they approached the suburban house with a mix of vigilance and hope for a peaceful resolution. Domestic calls are among the most unpredictable and dangerous in police work. The officers were acutely aware of the potential for volatility, and their training had prepared them for a range of scenarios. Each step they took was measured, each action deliberate, as they communicated with each other and coordinated their approach. Around 2:10 p.m., officers approached a residence, prepared for risk, but not the violence that awaited. The late afternoon light cast long shadows, adding to the tension of the moment. They moved with a sense of purpose, their training guiding their every move. Serving a warrant is a careful, coordinated process, but even the best preparation can't eliminate danger. The officers had reviewed the details of the warrant, discussed their strategy, and ensured that everyone knew their role. Despite this meticulous planning, the inherent unpredictability of the situation loomed large. The officers' goal was to resolve the situation peacefully, as they had done many times before. They approached the door with open hands and calm voices, hoping to de-escalate any potential conflict. Their experience in handling such delicate matters was evident in their composed demeanor. The presence of multiple officers signaled the seriousness of the call, but no one expected the tragedy that would unfold. The flashing lights and gathered officers were a stark reminder of the gravity of their task. They were prepared for many outcomes, but the events that followed would test their resolve like never before. These officers were upholding the law, facing the unknown with professionalism and courage. Each one of them understood the risks involved, yet they remained steadfast in their duty. Their determined expressions reflected their commitment to protecting the community, no matter the cost. In moments, their mission would turn into a desperate fight for survival. The calm and calculated approach quickly gave way to chaos as the situation escalated beyond anyone's expectations. The officers' training and bravery were put to the ultimate test as they navigated the unfolding crisis, determined to see it through to the end. The controlled operation turned deadly in an instant. As officers served the warrant, they were ambushed. Gunfire erupted without warning. The suspect opened fire, targeting the officers with lethal intent. Chaos ensued as officers scrambled for cover and tried to aid the wounded. 5 officers were shot in the initial moments, the element of surprise entirely with the shooter. The home became a battlefield, and the priority shifted to rescuing the injured. Emergency calls flooded in, and backup raced to the scene. The shooter remained active, making rescue efforts perilous. Fellow officers risked their lives to pull their wounded colleagues to safety. The bravery displayed in those moments was extraordinary. The cost was devastating. 3 Northern York Regional Police officers lost their lives. 2 more officers, including one from the York County Sheriff's Office, were critically wounded. The loss of 3 officers is a blow that ripples through their department and the entire law enforcement community. The surviving officers were rushed to Wellspan York Hospital, their conditions serious. Officials withheld names to give families time to process the tragedy. Behind each badge was a person, a family, a future stolen in an instant. The department now faces the unimaginable task of grieving while continuing to serve. The silence left by the fallen will be felt for years to come. As police secured the area, the focus turned to the suspect, who had barricaded himself inside. The neighborhood was locked down as officers worked to contain the threat. The standoff ended when the suspect was found dead inside, believed to have died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. His death ended the immediate threat, but left many questions unanswered. Authorities launched a multi-agency investigation to uncover the suspect's motives and background. The suspect's identity was not immediately released. The investigation now aims to provide answers and prevent future tragedies. State and local leaders responded swiftly, offering support and condolences to York County. Governor Josh Shapiro traveled to the scene, urging public cooperation and safety. Attorney General Dave Sunday and other officials expressed their grief and solidarity. Their presence underscored the gravity of the attack and the commitment to a thorough investigation. Local leaders, including York's mayor, shared heartfelt messages with the community. The FBI, ATF, and York County District Attorney's Office joined the investigation, pooling resources and expertise. The community was unified in grief, determined to support the families and agencies affected. The shooting sent shockwaves through North Codorus Township and beyond. Residents were ordered to shelter in place as police and tactical teams filled the streets. A local school district went into lockdown, heightening anxiety for families. Social media and news outlets overflowed with messages of support and disbelief. The tragedy reminded everyone that no community is immune to violence. Streets were closed and the public was urged to stay clear, allowing first responders to work. As shock gave way to grief, the community rallied around its first responders. Wellspan York Hospital became a center of hope as the wounded officers arrived. Medical teams activated emergency protocols, working tirelessly to save lives. Security was heightened to protect patients and staff during the crisis. Paramedics and EMTs risked their own safety to provide immediate aid at the scene. Dispatchers coordinated a flood of emergency calls, directing resources where needed. The seamless teamwork among police, fire, and medical personnel was heroic. Behind the scenes, a network of professionals worked to manage chaos and save lives. Their efforts were a vital part of the community's response to tragedy. As York County mourns, unity and clear communication are more important than ever. In the wake of tragedy, the community has come together, finding comfort in shared grief and collective strength. The pain of loss is felt in every corner, but so too is the determination to support one another and to move forward together. In these moments, the bonds between neighbors, friends, and even strangers grow stronger, reminding everyone that no one is alone in their sorrow. The district attorney's office and partners continue their investigation, urging patience from the public. Authorities are working tirelessly to uncover the truth, and their commitment to transparency is helping to maintain trust during this difficult time. Regular updates and open lines of communication ensure that the community stays informed, while also respecting the sensitive nature of the ongoing investigation. The cooperation between law enforcement, local leaders, and residents is a testament to the power of unity in the face of adversity. Following official instructions, like shelter-in-place orders, was crucial for safety. These measures, though difficult, protected countless lives and allowed first responders to do their jobs effectively. The willingness of residents to listen, adapt, and act responsibly played a vital role in ensuring the safety of the entire community. It is in these moments of uncertainty that the importance of trust in public guidance becomes clear. The loss of 3 officers is a debt that can never be repaid, but their sacrifice can inspire a stronger, more supportive community. Their courage and dedication serve as a reminder of the risks faced by those who protect and serve. As the community gathers to honor their memory, there is a renewed commitment to supporting law enforcement and to standing together in the face of hardship. This is a time for empathy, gratitude, and resilience. Acts of kindness, whether large or small, help to heal wounds and bring hope to those who are struggling. The outpouring of support from neighbors, friends, and even strangers is a powerful reminder that compassion can light the way through the darkest times. The story of September 17th is one of profound loss, but also of bravery and unity. It is a chapter that will be remembered not only for the tragedy, but for the way the community responded, with courage, dignity, and an unwavering sense of togetherness. The legacy of those lost will live on in the actions and spirit of those who remain. The community now begins the long process of healing, honoring the memory of its fallen heroes. Healing will take time, and the journey will not be easy, but with each step the bonds of unity grow stronger. Through remembrance and shared resolve, York County will continue to honor those who gave everything in service to others. By supporting one another and following guidance, York County can move forward with strength and grace. Together, the community can build a future defined not by tragedy, but by hope, resilience, and the enduring power of unity.